Hello, everyone. My name is Frema, and welcome to My Story 100. Today, I continue with Ya's story, titled Ya Still Here. Today is chapter 1 and is titled Born Between Two Worlds. The afternoon sun in Wa poured gold over the earth, settling on the cracked courtyard where a young woman sat with her newborn daughter cradled to her chest. Her name was Amma. At 26, she had a smile that could loosen the tightness of jaws and a quiet determination that made people believe she could do anything she set her mind to. That day, the only sound she heard above the chatter of the neighbors and the metallic clank of the cooking pot was the small, contented coo of her baby. Beside her sat Maxwell, tall, with the strong hands of a laborer and the measured calm of a civil servant. At 32, he had already learned that the world did not always reward honesty, but he still carried himself with the dignity of a man who wanted to provide. Amma and Maxwell were not married, but they had been together long enough for the people in the town to stop asking questions. Amma had a dream of becoming a hairdresser. Her finger could already twist and braid with the speed and precision of an artist. Maxwell, with his study job, encouraged her, even paying for her to become an apprentice at a small salon in the town. Then Ya was born on a Thursday, the day Ghanaians say belongs to the brave and the determined. For 2 years, Amma and Maxwell managed a fragile version of family life. Amma split her time between caring for Ya and learning her craft. Maxwell often returned from work with small treasures: a loaf of sugar bread, an orange Fanta, a pocket of biscuit. Life was modest, but there was laughter and there was love. Then came the fever. Amma brushed it off as malaria, but the days passed and her strength drained away. Soon she could barely lift Ya from her mat. The local clinic gave her a tablet, but by the time she reached the district hospital, it was too late. One night, Amma slipped away quietly, leaving her 2-year-old daughter motherless. Her funeral was swift. Women wrapped in black and red cloth, wailing. Men stood in small circles, speaking in low tones. Maxwell stood near the coffin, his face unreadable, whilst Ya cried without understanding why her mother laid so still. After the burial, the elders gathered to decide Ya's fate. It was agreed she would live with Auntie Ifia, Ame's older sister, a woman known for her sharp tongue and her particular nature. Maxwell promised to contribute to her upkeep, and for a while he kept that promise. Every week he visited. He brought tins of milk, bags of rice, little dresses. He lifted Ya high and called her my princess. But 6 months after Ahmed's death, Maxwell remarried, and slowly the rhythm of his visit began to falter. Once a week became once a month. Once a month became every other month. Eventually, he stopped coming at all. At 4 years old, Ya had a living father who no longer looked for her. She would grow up to learn that abandonment was not always loud. It could be as quiet as the space between visits, as settled as the name you no longer hear spoken. At night, laying on the mat beside her cousin, she clutched the small rag doll her mother had sewn before she died. It was the only proof that she had once belonged to somebody else. That's the end of today's chapter, but Ya's journey is far from over. Make sure to follow at My Story 100 and subscribe to my YouTube channel, My Story 100 Finding Voices, so you don't miss the next part of her story. Chapter 2 is coming soon. Thank you.